Lucky Boys Podcast.
Now everything's more expensive, even for me as an Asian American.
Sure.
If you're saying that they propped up the market, they made it more expensive for me.
Yep.
And if what you say is true, they made it harder to be Chinese for me or Asian to walk around and I'm without getting hate.
Yep.
And moving forward,
So what you're saying right now, let that sink in for a minute.
Right.
Those 3 points. Say
But
that
I'm-
one more time.
but I don't-
Just the way you just said it.
but I don't hate them. I don't hate them, and I don't blame them for anything.
Hold on a second. I'm requesting that you let that sink in for a bit. That's correct. You don't hate them.
Right.
But my question is, are there...
Why should I hate them?
Okay, so my question
I
is,
don't-
do you speak for the entire Asian community in New York City?
It's completely wrong.
Yeah.
To hate an entire race of people.
Yep.
Because of one thing. So let's just because they buying houses and now you want to punch everybody in the face.
So okay.
They bought houses.
No, you're right.
You're mad because they're cooking Chinese food.
You're right.
You're mad because they're talking fucking
You're right.
Chinese. Oh, my bad. Yeah, that gives you green light to like beat me up and hate me.
Absolutely right.
Get out of here.
You're
no,
absolutely right.
Meanwhile, same thing. Let's say it was much worse.
Just
though.
because
Let's say
it's not right doesn't mean that that's not what's
a bunch of
happening.
like green people or purple motherfuckers, and purple motherfuckers all jump me. I'm not gonna hate every single purple motherfucker I see. It's that purple motherfucker I hate.
I want to let you know. What we're talking about right now is the obvious. What's right is what should be right is not happening.
But I still want to know, Kenny.
Yeah.
Please tell me, what should I concede? Let's just say I want to come to an agreement with the racists.
Sure.
And the hate.
Sure.
So as an Asian American, I'm going, yo, what can we do to solve this? Like, I want peace.
Yep.
I want peace. I want peace for us all. Equality.
Yep.
You tell me what I have to sacrifice in order to get that.
So the question is,
what's the concession?
What are these haters losing? We need to understand what they in their minds think that they are losing before we can get that answer.
Okay, so let's just say let's stay on your story. Let's say they're mad because let's just say I speak Chinese. They're upset about that.
Sure.
I have money.
Is that a loss?
To buy a home.
What are they losing?
I have a money to buy a home. Well, that's the reason for the hate, right?
No, they feel like they're losing something. That's why they hate.
Okay, so I don't know. I don't know if they feel like they're losing. That's why they hate. I don't know that. I think it's because we're different.
So why do people hate? Why do people hate Chinese people for coronavirus? Because their family members are dying because of something that's not of American soil, or it originated from China, and they're hating because they lost something or they're losing something.
Okay, so let's just say, all right, let's go with that.
Sure.
So let's say I'm mad because I lost the opportunity to buy this house because you made real estate go up. Everything's so fucking expensive. I hate all you motherfuckers. All right, so where do I concede? So at what point? Now I have nothing to do with that. I'm not rich. I'm not this billionaire.
Right.
I'm not part of the masses that came here and gobbled up the real estate.
Sure.
So what do I do? Where do I concede then? So we can have peace. Where do I concede?
So it's not what you concede. Like you said.
Then you say we have to make concessions in order to have peace?
So the point is we.
Yeah.
Meaning Asians.
Yeah. So what
now,
what do we Asians
what we have to do,
concede?
What we have to do is we need to go talk to all the Asians, inclusive of the old Chinese.
But that's not a concession.
Chinese.
What do I have to sacrifice?
No,
what do I have to give up for peace?
You're right, but we're trying to figure out that concession.
Yeah, but how do we know we need a concession if we don't know that it's going? Number one, we don't know what it is, so therefore, how can we know if it's even going to work?
Then we can just let time continue to take things away from them, not understand them for where they're coming from, then just battle them.
But how can you make concessions to injustice? Like, I don't get it. There shouldn't be any. That's what I'm saying. There shouldn't be.
You're
like what?
Right.
Oh, okay. You're mad that I'm buying a property, so I'm not gonna buy property anymore. Oh, you're mad because I speak Chinese, so I'm not going to speak Chinese anymore.
So then the answer speaks for itself. We can't come to a conclusion, and the only other way is to fight.
To fight.
Or take
exactly.
over.
Or take over. Correct.
Right.
Now,
which is steadily, like you said, steadily happening to communities.
Now, here's the thing. You ever watch Gangs of New York?
With Leonardo DiCaprio?
Leonardo DiCaprio. What was the storyline behind that? It was the American Irish hating the new Irish coming in. And that in itself could be a window into how we solve this problem now.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. I would not go to war. I met so many good people that came from outside of this country. And I think that is America, is made up of immigrants.
Right, but I don't think the point was like it's to understand the reasoning.
But he's saying gangs in New York, they went to war.
They went to war, right?
Who's going to war?
No, gangs in New York. You said the Irish went to war with the immigrant.
But you just mentioned we got to fight.
Right.
Isn't that the same concept?
Yeah, a fight against the racists. Not fight against immigrants. That means I'm joining the racists. I will never be on the side of racism and inequality.
The immigrants fighting the people that have been there before.
I don't know if the immigrants are fighting. I think it's the Americans putting up the fight. The immigrants are just leaving. They're either leaving or they're just not speaking up about it because it's not their country. They don't have a voice. You
really think that they're not speaking up?
Immigrants?
Yeah.
Can you give me a couple of famous immigrants that Americans are following?
So after this podcast, what I'll do is I'll send you a couple of groups that are mainland Chinese groups that work within their WeChat groups that are forming together.
But that's within their bubble. I'm talking about...
Are they working within the New York City government, like local government, to make changes? Or is it just amongst their own communities?
I mean, this is new, right? So we've got to let the dust settle. But they are forming together. Hey, you know what? I'll tell you this. From here to Long Island, the last 6 months, or I apologize, the last 5 months, what demographic has been the largest group of people that have purchased weapons in New York? From New York City to Long Island.
I would have to imagine that as Asians. Because
unfortunately, with my experience, I've been to the gun stores. I've tried to take the time out to ask the owners what's going on, and they have all admitted that it is Chinese people. They don't know if
not
it's Chinese
Asians,
Americans.
Chinese.
No, they said Chinese, but they
don't know. They're just saying Chinese. They don't know
for Chinese, right?
Yeah,
so
they don't know.
They are admitting that it's Asians buying up weapons.
Yeah. So and we said that on our other podcast. Like, look, you're gonna play with the wrong Asian.
Escalation.
That person's gonna be strapped, and their first line of defense, they're gonna go straight. They're gonna go 0 to 100. They're gonna shoot your ass.
So then the answer is we have one of two options.
And what we said came true.
As a society, we have one of two options. One side is we fight, or the other side is, which is the hardest part, to mutually come to an agreement.
But they're not getting the guns so they could go on the offense. It's pure defense. It's if you back me into a corner, I will have to protect my home. That's not. They're not buying the guns to make a difference.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, regardless of what anybody's doing, those are our two choices.
Okay, so but you're saying that Asian immigrants are beginning to start a coalition of injustice.
Sure.
Being brought upon them here.
Yes.
And what I'm saying is a lot of Asian Americans don't know about it, right? And you're saying that's because it's just beginning.
But didn't I bring this up with you? Where I let you know that, hey, we have people of different cultures being grouped into one, and what you're saying is it's fucked up for us to be rolled into one group, and then we have to repay our dues after we paid our dues. It's fucked up, and I agree with you. It is messed up. But at the end of the day, what now you're saying is this group is acting independently of others, when the first thing I did mention was...
No. I think that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm just getting your information and organizing that
processing
thought.
It. Yep.
Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with a group trying to get together.
Nothing wrong
to figure out how we can all get along.
I totally understand.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that notion. And they're making a movement to try to bring awareness and educate people.
Sure.
I love that.
But why do
and
we,
then to have a voice.
Why do we need to,
and let them know that we're fighting against injustice.
Why do we need to give awareness? To quote you, why do we need to give awareness? Why do we need to do that? It's fucked up. We shouldn't have to do that.
No, I didn't say that.
Okay.
I said that injustice and racism should not be negotiable. There should not be concessions. It's like I can't say, "Oh, it's okay."
No, remember
for
when
you to
I
be
said
messed up to me. You're cool with me, but you're not cool
when
with.
Remember when I said maybe we should show that we could be a little more American, and you said, "Why should we have to show them?"
Yeah, why should I?
Exactly.
I understand.
So
I understand
these people grouping up together and giving awareness. Why should we?
And let me put that into context. Yes. It's why, because let's say like we were playing chess here, and I know if I made this move, and I would prove that I'm more American, it'll work.
I'm conceding to you.
So let's say I'm agreeing with that
and agreeing with you.
So but hold on. Let me finish this point. If I say, all right, so now that I'm proving that I'm not super Asian, that I'm really identify as American, and look at me with this fucking cheeseburger, like hell yeah, bitch, you know, and I'm waving the red, white, and blue, and I'm going hell yeah, and then fucking, to your point, a Chinese immigrant comes along, right, and they don't know the cultures, and to no fault of their own, and they're doing what's normal to them, and that's fine. They're not evil. They're just doing what's normal to them, and I get it. But now, me spending all this time to proving that I'm American, they don't care. They just bundle us all in together. I just wasted my efforts. So why should I even concede to being more American? So then
your answer is fight.
My answer is to speak up, absolutely to fight. When you see injustice, you speak up, you let it be known that you stand against it, and others will stand with you.